My friends, this is Dr. B, the best doctor in medicine and the most caring doctor in medicine. After more than 30 years at high level in medicine, Dr. B wants to remind you to never forget that Dr. B genuinely loves you and Dr. B genuinely cares about you, and I say this from the bottom of my heart. Today I want to tell you about why is it that the oxygen that we breathe is a blessing, but at the same time a curse. The oxygen that we breathe is a blessing, but at the same time a curse. A curse, a malediction, in the way that the oxygen that we breathe makes us get older and slowly over time destroys us from within. This oxygen that we breathe is a blessing and at the same time a curse, a malediction, because it makes us get older and at the same time slowly over time it destroys our cells. Pay attention to this. The air that we breathe contains oxygen, this beautiful molecular dioxygen O2 that we breathe each time, right? Right here in the city of Mountain View, California, where Dr. B lives, we are at 760 millimeters mercury of atmospheric pressure. Mountain View is at the sea level. We are not on high altitude. And the air that I breathe in the beautiful but expensive city of Mountain View, California, contains 21% of oxygen. 21% of oxygen that I breathe and that my body needs, my cells need, right? 78% of the air is nitrogen gas and 1% about other rare gases, CO2, argon, neon, blah, blah, blah. So 21 plus 78 plus 1 equals 100%. At the sea level, at the atmospheric pressure of 760 millimeters mercury, our air is made of 21% of molecular dioxygen that our body needs, and this is why if we don't breathe oxygen, we're gonna die. Our oxygen that we breathe allows the body, our cells, to convert the energy that is present in food into a form of energy that our cells can use that we call ATP, adenosine triphosphate, ATP. ATP is the type of chemical energy that comes from the food that we eat. This ATP is the energy that our cells can use to power themselves and to work. I can contract my muscles, I can speak to you, I can lift weight, I can run, I can bike, I can think, right? My intestinal cells can digest the food. All these metabolic processes need energy. So all the cells of my body, they need energy in order to function. And that energy is this chemical energy called ATP that comes from the energy in food. Without oxygen, our cells would not be able to transform the energy that is present in food and convert it into ATP. So that's why we need to breathe oxygen, because our cells use oxygen to transform the energy of food into ATP. This is chemical energy that they can burn in order to function. So if your brain doesn't receive oxygen, after 3 minutes, your brain cells are going to die. If your heart cells, the cardiomyocytes, don't receive oxygen, after about 10 to 15 minutes, the heart cells are going to die. This is what we call a heart attack, right? Your eye cells in your retina, if they don't receive oxygen, they will die within 60 to 90 minutes, right? About an hour to an hour and a half. So different tissues have a different sensitivity to the lack of oxygen, right? But overall, we need oxygen. Every cell needs oxygen to function so that they can use the food energy to convert it into ATP so that they can use it. Now, guess what? This blessing of having oxygen in the air and allowing us to convert the energy from food into this ATP chemical energy that our cells can use, this blessing comes with a curse, comes with a malediction. Why is that? Because this oxygen, once it goes into your body, into our body, in addition to allowing my body, your body, to convert the energy of food into chemical energy, ATP, it causes the creation, the generation of billions of what we call reactive oxygen species, ROS, reactive oxygen species. Some people call these reactive oxygen species ROS. Some people call them free radicals. Free radicals. So whether you call them free radicals or whether you call them reactive oxygen species, these are nasty oxidizers, nasty oxidants that come from the oxygen that we breathe. Isn't that crazy? And what do these reactive oxygens do? They oxidize every component of our cells. From the cell membranes, cell phospholipids, the DNA of my cells, the proteins of my cells, the lipids of my cells, they get destroyed by these reactive oxygen species that are produced by the tunes of billions every hour in our body. It is crazy. So this beautiful oxygen that we breathe, that is a blessing because it provides us with the ability to transform the energy of food into this energy called ATP, comes with a curse because at the same time it creates in my body, at the same time it creates these massive billions of reactive oxygen species, also called free radicals, that attack you, your cells, destroy your cells from within. And this is one of the major reasons why we get older. Have you noticed as you get older, everything deteriorates? Your cells are no longer what they used to be. Your skin, your hair, your muscles, everything goes down the drain. You become old. Your stem cells become old. They are no longer able to generate new cells to replace the old cells. So you just get older and older and older, wrinkly and shrinky and blah, 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 right? So this is one, not all. One of the many reasons why we get older is this slow destruction of our cells all the time, every day, every minute, every second, every hour, 365 days a year over time by this reactive oxygen species that destroy our DNA, lipids, protein, cell membrane, phosphor, everything in our cells from within. It's the enemy within. I'm breathing oxygen, goes to my body, destroys me from within slowly and makes me older. It's crazy. So what can you do about it? Obviously, evolution, God has given us, whichever you believe, whether it's evolution or God, has given us the ability to fight these reactive oxygen species that are produced by the billion every hour in our body, right? So our body produces natural antioxidants, right? Because remember, these are powerful oxidizing agents. These are powerful oxidants. They oxidize your proteins, your lipids, your phospholipids in the membrane, your DNA. So you need to have a system to fight them. So evolution or God has given you natural antioxidants in your body. The major one is called glutathione. Glutathione produced by your cells to fight these reactive oxygen species. In addition to that, you need to have in your diet, in your food, enough antioxidants so that you can help your cell fight and destroy these reactive oxygen species and to keep them from doing damage to your DNA, to your cell membranes and everything. So that's why they tell you all the time, you need to eat a lot of antioxidants, because you need to help your body, in addition to the natural glutathione that our cells produce in order to fight these free radicals and reactive oxygen species, which are powerful oxidants, also called powerful oxidizers. You need to bring more antioxidants in your diet to help fight these nasty reactive oxygen species, also called free radicals. So that's why the oxygen that you breathe is a blessing, but at the same time it is a curse, it is a malediction, it is the enemy within, because it causes massive production of reactive oxygen species, which are powerful oxidizing agent, powerful oxidizers, and they oxidize, therefore destroy every cell component in your body. The same way, if you leave a piece of metal, iron, in your backyard, after a few days it's going to start to rust. We say that the iron is starting to get oxidized. The same thing happens in your cells because of these reactive oxygen species, also called free radicals. So make sure you have a diet full of antioxidants, but make sure you follow the science. Don't listen to these morons who are selling you any type of antioxidant at huge prices and are telling you it's going to work with you. No. Stick with the scientific evidence. Stick with only the antioxidants that have been proven by science to be effective in humans and in your body. Every one of my foods is full of powerful antioxidants. Powerful antioxidants, and this is one of the major keys in slowing the pace of aging. By trying to fight more and more this massive reactive oxygen species, and try to decrease the amount of damage that they do over decades, over time in you, and slow down the pace of aging. You will never be able to stop the pace of aging or to reverse the clock of aging, unlike some of these fake influencers who don't know nothing are telling you. But what you can do is to slow down the pace of aging, and I told you many times what you need to do. One of the major ways to slow down the pace of aging is to have a lot of healthy antioxidants that work in humans, not the antioxidants that work in the worms or in the mice or blah blah blah, that work in humans, that have been proven to be beneficial in humans. and it will help you slow down the pace of aging. Obviously, you need to do everything else too, right? Exercise, good sleep, blah, blah, blah. I mean, you know all that. I posted this already. I love you guys, so never forget, never forget, never forget that Dr. B loves you regardless of your gender, ethnicity, color of your skin, political affiliation, religion, sexual orientation. Dr. B took the Hippocratic oath and promised that he will love every human being regardless of all the above. And I will never put my interest above yours. You will always be above me, and I will never tell you BS. I will always bring you the scientific evidence. Thank you so much for your viewership, for your help, your support, your comments, your criticisms. It is extremely helpful to help me improve myself and this channel so that I can reach more people, to help people grow older. Kopkun mak mak, kopkun na krab, sawadee krab, and I hope to talk to you in the next video. Put your comments, your question, your criticism. Everything is welcome. I love you guys. May God bless you and keep you always healthy and successful. Bye-bye.